Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 coming at you with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Stranger Things Target exclusive crossover Frequency and 8-track. So, yeah, interesting little crossover we got going on here. We will start with a quick look at the box. So, yeah, we do got some interesting little details here. I'm not entirely sure what building this is supposed to be in the back, but we do have a secret little cameo right here. You can see a little certain somebody sitting back there. Sorry, instructions fell off the table. Do got 50,000 watts WSQK. I'm guessing that's from the show. Frequency and 8-track. On this side we do have some product shot of the 8-track bird, and we do have that little product shot of him fitting in his belly. You got the Stranger Things crossover logo. On this side we do have Frequency in his robot mode, and yes, he does have a rubber chicken gun, which is interesting. I think that someone posted on a review I watched it has something to do with the TV show and like old radio DJs using rubber chickens for gags or something. I don't really know. But on the top we got the roof of this building with like AC and antenna. On the bottom we just got our legal jargon. And on the back, we just have the building with these strange growths, and you would see the other side of the figure here. But and it does look like there's an office in the picture. But that's it for the box. And we do get our lovely instruction booklet. So there is that. And now moving on to the figure himself, quite a nice little van. We do get quite a bit of painted details. We get these hawks, I guess. Yeah, Hawkins Hitmaker. I'm guessing these are hawks painted on the side. We do get these stripes going down the whole van. Do get their radio station, the Squawk. Do get a little silver here for the bumper and where the license plate should be. It's just painted silver, you know, it's better than nothing. I do wish they had done the windows too, but it is what it is. We do get those same stripings and details along the side. We do get this little black orb. I'm wondering if that's supposed to be like a window or something. Do get a little silver here along the bottom for, I forget what that's called, but the little step. Do get some silver on those rear view mirrors as well, and we do get clear windows for the windshield and side doors. Do get little door handles molded in as well. And yeah, then on the front we do get the Hawkins Hitmaker. We get a little bit of that white there again. Some nice blue there for the headlights. It's a really nice color. It almost makes it look like it's clear plastic, but it's actually paint. So I think that looks really good. And we got a little Autobot symbol there on the grill. And that's about it for the vehicle mode. We do get weapon storage here for his rubber chicken. And yeah, it's an interesting little piece. You do get ball joints for the drumsticks, as they were. So you can move those around a little bit if you really want to. And yeah, the handle just does fold up and down. So, you know, it's a thing. It's a very interesting thing. But we'll go ahead and put that to the side for now. And we'll do a couple quick comparisons. Here they are next to Wheeljack for a standard Carbot comparison. You can see he's around like a Voyager size. He's should have brought an Ironhide. Didn't think of that until just now. But yeah, he's around a Voyager size, I'd say, all in all. Here he is with Soundwave, the animated Soundwave. See how it compares to a SUV/van version of our favorite cassette player. So there's that. And one final comparison. Here he is next to Kingdom Blaster. Just so you get an idea of how they stack up. But yeah, overall, a very nice vehicle mode, I think. I do actually quite enjoy this figure. But yeah, I think we can go ahead and move on to transformation. So, first thing we're going to do here is we are going to come here to the back, and these panels are going to come down, and you're just going to kind of bring those out there on a little double hinge. And then we are just going to separate the bottom. Actually, wait, no, that's not right. Hold on, I'm thinking. Yeah, not the bottom. We want to separate this portion here. There we go. Yeah, didn't mean to extend those all the way, but yeah, you want to separate it here. Forgot that these are part of the legs. Anyway, we can go ahead and separate those legs now. And you're going to fold in this little panel, like so, and do that on both sides. Then you can fold this leg. Actually, we're going to go ahead and fully extend the legs and get them tabbed in. There is a little tab here. It's a tab there that'll go in. And then the knee, this piece, you want to flatten out like so. That's how you want that oriented, so that you get the proper knee and this tabs in. Then we're going to fold this over and around and just cover up all that. Then we can fold this part up. You're going to just bring it and lock it into place like so, and it'll just sit there. And then we can fold down the toe. And then we are just going to rinse and repeat with the other side. So I'll go ahead and get this all oriented up. Fold that around, and then we just bring this like so. And there we have our legs all done. Now coming up here to the top, we do want to bring this windshield section up, and it is on a little double hinge back there. And there is actually a spot, sort of hard to see, but there is a little tab right underneath where the armature is, and there's a little port at the top of this gray section. So just want to bring that down and get that tapped in. Then we can separate these parts here and bring them out on these double hinges like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this down and lock it in place next to the wheel. Then we can fold the hand out like so. Fold this up and around, and then we want to just twist the hand, and then we can rotate this down, and that's how you do the arms. And then we'll just rinse and repeat. And funny enough, the first couple times I transformed this guy, even though I read the instructions, I immediately forgot to rotate the hands when I went back into vehicle mode. So I was wondering why the windshield wasn't sitting right, and it was because I had forgotten to move the hands back into the right position. But anyway, now that we have the arms done, he is all set to go. And we have Freakwency in his robot mode. And yeah, he's a cool looking dude. He's got a sort of a DJ kind of helmet. I don't know about if that's the right word, but he definitely has some like sculpted in like headphones that go over the top, which is pretty cool. He's got a nice little visor going on there. Sort of a blank expression molded in, but overall a very nice head sculpt. And does have a clear piece sort of representing the windshield here. It's got a nice molded texture to it. I assume that's on the back side because it's flat on this side. We do get a sort of car stereo thing going on his belly. And yeah, I'm sure people are going to already be aware, but he does come with his own little 8-track, which is different than a cassette. But yeah, he fits right there in his belly. You do want, it's not a perfect square. You want the slightly angled bits to go in first. But we'll go ahead and transform 8-track here. So what you're going to do is you're going to see, I believe you want to separate these first. Yes. And pull them out to the side. And then we're going to bring this whole assembly up. And then this comes out. And you want to fold these out. That'll make the tail. And then this you want to angle so that this little gray piece is sticking straight up. Like that. Then this will come down, and it does have like a soft foot point, and this little tab here is actually going to slot in right underneath where those yellow hinges are. There's a little gap right here, but yeah, you want to slide that in like so. I forgot I need to, this part you want the gray for his head flat, and then you bring it down an extra notch. And then there we go. And then you want to rotate his head around. And you just come under here and rotate these little feet pads forward, and there you have 8-track. And yeah, he looks pretty nice. And yeah, he's got the Autobot symbol and the radio station stuff painted on his wings. Some nice black there for a little pop of color. Does have a little bit of orange for his eyes and beak. And yeah, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be the hawk or just another chicken or what. I'm going to assume it's supposed to be the hawk from the Rockin' Hawkins, but again, I really don't know too much about the show. But you can peg him onto either one of his shoulders. You can see there are little posts here and little ports on the bottoms of his feet, and you can just pop that on like so. And then moving on to the weapon, the rubber chicken here. To get it into weapon mode, you just want to fold these legs out like so. And then you just pop this open, and then this part rotates around to hide the head and reveal the blaster barrel. And then you just plug it into his hand. Like so. And yeah, there he is, all armed up and ready to go. And yeah, it does look pretty cool. And again, it is a wacky weapon, but hey, I'm all for interesting wacky stuff. And I believe this one is blast compatible. Yes, it is. So now we can get some what will we squawk action, I guess. Some daka. But yeah, overall a cool little bit of extra play value there. Now there is something I kind of want to touch on, and it's that this guy is incredibly sound wave coated, because honestly I checked to see if the Siege Soundwave's head could fit on him, and it doesn't. But the Studio Series Soundwave head can fit on his ball joint. You have to unscrew both the heads to swap them, and Soundwave doesn't really get any mobility in the head after you put the head on. I did take a picture a while back, but I don't have it anymore. I apparently deleted it. But yeah, you can put Studio Series Soundwave's head on this guy, and honestly, he really does feel like Soundwave with the colors, and this is basically Autobot Buzzsaw, let's be real. So yeah, like this guy feels like he was going to be Soundwave, and then they just kind of gave him a more Blaster-esque head at the end and made him an Autobot. He feels entirely like Soundwave. He even has a shoulder port here, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Studio Series Soundwave real fast, and right, doesn't fit because the windshield here, but I had a different launcher. I think it was the one from the what's his name, Galaxy Shuttle, the little red rocket launcher. I had that plugged in there, but yeah, if the peg was a little longer it would fit, because if I put it this way it'll go in there. But yeah, yeah, he's very, very Soundwave like, from like the way his shoulder. He has a shoulder launcher slot. He has a transforming musical recorded device. They fit into his torso. Like he's like a head swap away from Soundwave. Heck, this he could be the first Autobot Soundwave for all we know. But yeah, if somebody makes like a 3D printed or like a upgrade kit that gives a Soundwave head that would fit on this guy, I would absolutely be willing to buy another one just for that, because he just feels so much like Soundwave, and I honestly love that. I think that's a great idea, because a lot of people have kind of suggested that like Soundwave should be some sort of like news or radio van before. So yeah, this would absolutely work. But yeah, here's your comparison with 86 Soundwave, and just because we brought one in earlier, here he is next to Blaster. So yeah, I mean, let's get these guys a little more centered. But yeah, absolutely. I would love to have a Soundwave upgrade kit for this guy. So yeah, if anybody out there who makes upgrade kit is listening, there's an idea for you. But yeah, we'll get these two out of the way. But yeah, overall, I really do dig this figure. We do need to go over his articulation. I almost forgot, so we'll go ahead and just de-accessorize here. But come on. So yeah, head is on a ball joint. We do get a fair amount of wiggly waggly. The shoulders are just big ball joints, so we get plenty of movement there. That far out to the side, do get a full 360. The arms, you can kind of move them back if you want to use that transformation joint. They do lock in at the front, but you do get a tiny smidge over 90. Just collides with the tire at that point, but yeah, you do get a pretty solid elbow bend there. And we do get a bicep swivel, and the hands are on ball joints. You do actually get a little bit of wiggly waggly because the wrists aren't locked in at the base of the hand. There's a tiny little bit of movement there, which like it's literally just like making that peg a tiny smidge longer than the wrist or the forearm. So kudos to them actually making that. Like, if you're gonna put a ball joint for the hand, let him move his hand. So they did that right there. And then this opens up for the cassette. It's just a big hollow space, and you probably saw earlier that he kind of sticks out the back. And like you probably figured out, you can keep him in there during the vehicle mode. So we do get a waist, I'm pretty sure. No, we do not get a waist actually. Which it almost looks like, yeah, it's solid. I don't understand why not actually, because there's no reason that should be locked off. We get a hip skirt here, so yeah, it just clips on, and you can see the mushroom pegs there, but it does lift. Don't know why I put that back down, but yeah, you can kick that far forward and that far back before you get collision. We do get all the way out to the side, all the way up. He can kick his own arm. We do get a hip swivel. We do get the tiniest smidge over 90 at the knee. If you want, you can use the upward toe bend for some poses, so that's nice. And we do get our ankle tilt. And the back heel piece does kind of help with the gappage, at least as far as visually from the front. I mean, it's still a big gap, but it doesn't look like there's just nothing there, from most angles, which is nice. And I believe that's it for our articulation. Yeah, that should be it. But yeah, again, this guy is a Target exclusive, and he's running, I believe, about $60, which is a bit steep, but it is one of those crossover figures, so they have to split the profits and the licensing and all that, so that's why it's more expensive. But overall, I do think this is a very good figure, and like I said, he's very Soundwave coded. And if somebody makes a Soundwave kit for this guy, I will absolutely buy it, and probably buy another one of these guys just to have them separate, because I do like this design on its own. It's very nice. I like the head sculpt. I like all the little details. Really nice amount of extra decals and paint on the sides of the van to match the vehicle, which was probably a sign of things to come for that recently announced Shredhead that they're doing from the comics. So I wonder if they'll share any engineering or anything, because they're both big vans. But yeah, we've been getting a lot of vans lately. We got this guy. We're going to be getting Shredhead. We're getting the Mystery Machine. We're getting another Ironhide with the opaque windows. We're getting a lot of vans. But anyway, I think I'll go ahead and wrap things up. And this is Soul Prime 13.
Hey, Soul here again.
I literally had just turned off the camera and was getting ready to set up my next review when I realized I had forgotten the most important comparison for the video, and that would be the other Stranger Things crossover with the, I think his name was Code Red. Trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it was like something red, but yeah, the Surfer Boy Pizza Van. So yeah, here you have a comparison of these two crossovers from the same IP. Get an idea of how they stack up. Yeah, he's a little bit shorter than the last one, but he's kind of got more overall bulk to him. So, and yeah, overall, they do look pretty interesting together. Yeah, I wonder if we'll get any more, because I feel like these guys have been doing pretty well. They're the only other one I know for sure that we got two from was Jurassic Park, and honestly, as much as Jurassic Park is my favorite movie, I feel like those figures were a little subpar. So, who knows? Maybe we'll see a third one in the future. Who knows? But yeah, anyway, I wanted to make sure to get this comparison in there. I can't believe I forgot. Anyway, that's it. So, see you guys later.